we moved about themselves as DT professionals. So now somebody gonna lead this one, but the whole organization.
After working like last 15 years in IT field, this is what I realized. What is IT? Yeah.
Sure, thank you.
So let's give a big hand to these student leaders to bring the training to you. Why don't you give a big hand to them?
Improve their ability to communicate with and influence stakeholders whose worldview is kind of different from theirs, is not really up to date. So what are your thoughts about this?
So it's a great thing. So the era we are living is not an era of IT anymore. So IT is something which we use to empower ourselves. So what was the company was working on, where there used to be an IT department and they used to use tools to empower themselves. But now we moved to the era of 2020, which is called the era of DT. It's called digital technology. So digital technology is what? Digital technology we use to empower others. And that empowerment come back to us in a bigger role. So now all the IT people's mindset need to be changed to how they can use this digital technology and think about themselves as DT professionals. So now getting deeper. So how do we can work on digital transformation is in the DT. So here's the more important thing. DT is not a job for the DT department. DT is digital transformation normally runs to a organization with a cross-functional team. So every departments from marketing, sales, campaign, operations, everybody going to be part of this digital transformation project. Of course, led by a CIO or chief digital officer or chief transformation officer. Somebody going to lead this one, but the whole organization need to be involved into that one too as well. So for IT professionals, I'm going to advise on that one too, so how they can go forward and build the career itself. So the first thing is about the IT professional was all looking into it, how to make coding, how to make a software, how to make an app, which was great, but that is really basic right now. It's all also about learning about other business model. So let's say about when I want to be a CIO, what I had to do, I had to learn about all the other business model. I had to learn how the marketing works, how the sales works, how to operation works, how the customer service works. So when somebody learn all this model, and that is where an IT professionals can actually advise them, hey, this is where is your problem, let's solve this one. So it's a little bit like when you are like a doctor, right? So somebody had a headache, you can just keep throwing out Panadol for every disease. It's gonna work, it's gonna reduce the symptom, but to solve the real disease, you need to give the right treatment. So the digital transformation executive is the same exactly. When you want to work on digital transformation, it's about knowing the business model, so you know exactly what is the problem, and then you can put the right treatment through transformation into it to achieve the bigger goal to the business. Here also very important that it's this empowerment in stakeholder. It's very much driven by the CEO of the company too as well. Because if the CEO really wanted to move forward and want to do the transformation, so the CEO need to bring the right people into the tables to perform digital transformation as well too. So if you're in an organization and if you're thinking that there is a transformation need to be done, you really need to have a strong DT team as well, and they need to be empowered in the big table as well too, so they can make the decision. But sadly, when you look around, most of the companies have an IT manager, and as an IT manager you don't expect to do transformation. RMIT has been very advanced in digital transformation. Why? Because RMIT had a CIO for years. Same. So now we're doing the healthcare industry. we have a CIO. If you look around, how many CIO in health industry? One. That's only me. there used to be another CIO, but there is no other CIO. There is another CTO exists in another hospital chain, but there is no other CIO at this stage. So creating the right culture, and if you are in an organization and if you want to work on digital transformation projects, you really need to understand the culture of the company, and you need to, of course, the digitally educated. You don't need to be an expert, but you need to know what digital technology can do for you, so you can talk to the digital transformation guys, and digital transformation guys need to know what is the pain point of the business model by starting the business model. So it's a dual way. It cannot be just one way. It have to be a both way, liking each other and marriage to make it forward and make the transformation done. But sadly, many of the organization who doesn't have it. So that is good for some of the organization who are making the digital transformation, and going to be very dangerous for the organization who are not doing it and staying in their comfort zone.
Thank you so much for your sharing, Mr. Masood. Okay, next questions for Mr. Lam.